A young child is in the hospital tonight after reportedly being shot in the head on Peoria's south side. We'll have more on this breaking news situation straight ahead.
Coming up, we'll tell you how one man is upset that the snowplows keep taking out his mailbox.
Plus, we head to the kitchen for a rivalry matchup between Peoria Notre Dame and Richwood. Scores and highlights are coming up on Sports Extra.
If the overweight you is not the real you, not the active you, not the healthy you, not the confident get-up-and-go you, the Methodist Weight Loss and Surgery Center can help with a wide range of traditional and surgical options, from gastric bypass to minimally invasive lap band and the new sleeve procedure. And our support programs help you keep the weight off for good. So stop hiding the real you. Sign up for a free orientation seminar to learn more.
WMBD 31, Illinois Broadcasters Station of the Year. Taking action for you. This is WMBD 31 News at 10.
We begin tonight with word of a tragic shooting within the past hour on Peoria's south side.
Peoria police say the initial call came in as a young child accidentally shot in the head, possibly by another child in the 2100 block of Marquette.
No word on the child's name or his condition. First reports from the scene indicate rescue personnel performed CPR on the wounded child when the rescue squad first arrived.
Crime scene investigators have been called as the wounded child has been rushed to the hospital for treatment. We will have more information on this story as it becomes available. Another blast of Arctic air settles in for the weekend.
In fact, much of our area is under a wind chill advisory as temperatures now hover in single digits.
Let's head over to Chief Meteorologist Marcus Bailey in your 3D Live Weather Center for your first look at the weekend forecast. Marcus.
That's right. It's just the wake of this storm that brought the snow, the wind, and now bitter cold temperatures we head into the weekend. If you didn't like last weekend, you're not going to like this weekend much either. As Bob just mentioned, wind chill advisory for much of central Illinois. It does include Peoria and Tazewell County. It does not include McLean County, but it doesn't mean it's not going to be cold out towards the Twin Cities. It will be bone-chilling cold everywhere. We're already into the single digits or below zero in many locations across central Illinois. 2 above in Normal, 2 above also in Peoria, 2 below in Galesburg, Macomb, and Havana. And during the overnight, we fall to around 4 below our actual temperature, but wind chill values 15 to 20 below zero. We'll only get up to a high of around 7 for our Saturday afternoon. We'll gradually start to see a little bit of a warm up with a pattern change starting next week. We'll have much more in your 3D Live forecast coming up in just a bit. Bob and Meg.
All right, thanks, Marcus. Well, snowplows have been busy these past few days, but for some area residents, they're creating problems instead of solving them.
WMBD's Angelica Alvarez answers a "We hear you" from a viewer who's asking the county plows to return to sender.
Donald Hampton says it happens every year.
The last 2 years in a row, I've lost mine.
After a big snow, the plows come through to clear Airport Road and hit a few mailboxes along the way.
It is an annoyance. I can't disagree with that.
Peoria County Engineer Tom McFarland says mailboxes are a common casualty in the war between snow and plow.
Mailboxes have been hit in the past, and they will get hit again in the future.
The county engineer says that out of the more than 320 miles they cover in their snow routes, they've only knocked out about 5 mailboxes, which they say is pretty good. McFarland says plows need to go a certain speed to be able to move snow in a timely manner. And when the snow flies, mailboxes go down.
The one where that green car is.
But Hampton and his neighbors say the plows go too fast.
They're doing at least 40, if not 45 up through here.
In the end, the county does replace the mailboxes, even if they don't quite see eye to eye in quality.
If you've got a more expensive mailbox, usually what they want to do is put the bottom of the line mailbox back up.
We do come back and we do fix it, and most of the time we come back with a better mailbox than they had in the first place.
I haven't seen that.
Whether it's a top-notch box or a bottom-of-the-liner, the county does foresee mailbox massacre and sets aside $300 in their budget to replace any damaged mailboxes. In Peoria County, Angelica Alvarez, WMBD 31 News.
Now, if you've lost a mailbox to a snowplow, you can contact Peoria County Highway Department, and for a link to that number, you can go to our website at ciproud.com.
A fresh coat of white can be a big pain for the silver set. The Central Illinois Agency on Aging is looking to recruit volunteers to help shovel senior citizen sidewalks. Seniors often need to leave home for doctor's appointments or to pick up medications, and the burden of snow removal can be overwhelming. Warren Putman is legally blind and a diabetic. He has a home care nurse come 3 times a week, but he has to leave for doctor's appointments twice a month. Piled up snow can limit both activities.
Because I have no other way of getting it done.
Unfortunately, if the transportation provider can't get to the door, sometimes they're not able to be picked up.
Volunteers did take action to come to Warren's aid. If you're in need of assistance or you'd like to volunteer, you're asked to contact the Central Illinois Agency on Aging. Officials also urge you to look out for your elderly neighbors and help them out whenever you can.
District 150 says that more than 30% of its students missed school on Thursday. District 150 chose to remain open after several inches of snow fell in the area. Out of the more than 12,400 students who attend school on a daily basis, 33% were absent yesterday. Now today, the absentee rate was just 12%. District representatives said Thursday morning the Director of Transportation drove all the bus routes and reported to the superintendent that the roadways were clear enough for students to make it to school.
The principal at District 150's Lindbergh Middle School has resigned. Philip Highs told the school district he's leaving for personal reasons. An interim principal will take over until a permanent replacement is chosen. Highs replaced former Lindbergh Middle School principal Julie McCardle. The district terminated her contract last April without explanation. McCardle then filed a lawsuit alleging she was fired for blowing the whistle on District 150 academic advisor and former Lindbergh principal Mary Davis. Davis has since been put on paid administrative leave.
The Peoria Ballet is eliminating its full-time artistic director. Eric Yetter has been with the ballet for nearly a decade. The ballet says the economy is forcing it to cut the position. In the future, the ballet will contract directors on a case-by-case basis.
Employers slashed 85,000 jobs in December, a sign that companies are still too nervous about the economy to start hiring again. Even with this latest round of job cuts, the unemployment rate remained unchanged at 10%. Experts say that's because so many of the unemployed have simply given up, so they're no longer counted in the unemployment rate. Meanwhile, President Obama announces new plans today to stimulate job creation. The commander-in-chief says he wants to see tax incentives and other tools to create green jobs that would make America more energy efficient.
About 20 Illinois National Guard soldiers will be welcomed home this weekend. Soldiers serving with Company B, 33rd Brigade Special Troops Battalion will arrive in Bloomington tomorrow afternoon. The troops served in Afghanistan, and they'll be welcomed home by Congresswoman Debbie Halverson, who will speak.
Animal control services might be different when Peoria City hands the job over to the county. One possible change is turning Paws into a no-kill shelter. While that sounds like a triumph for animal lovers, some believe this will only lead to more problems. A Peoria Humane Society representative says when no-kill shelters are filled to capacity, animals are turned away while others are left waiting in a cage.
The Humane Society, again, does not support the idea of housing an animal for an indefinite amount of time. It's not fair to the animal. They need human interaction, they need a loving home, and if that can't be provided, I think there's worse things than euthanasia.
TAPS in Tazewell County is a no-kill shelter. A representative says no-kill shelters can work with plenty of volunteers. Still ahead, a community comes together to help one of its own battle a deadly disease. Plus,
looking for something to do on a cold, snowy day? Well, why not a trip to Africa? We'll take you to the Peoria Zoo coming up.